This video is made to help the student to understand the concept of user defined function. This video is clear all your doubts regarding user defined function. Once again we revise. Already we have seen the advantages of function in our previous video, but once again we are revising so that it will be helpful to understand the concept of user defined function. The first advantage of user defined function is reusability of code. Reusability of code means once we write the code of a function, in future whenever it is required we can just call the function without writing again the same code. So that is why this is the very and second advantages of function is manageability. By writing the function, by making the function in a program, we decrease the size of the program, and if we smaller the program, we make the small part of the program, to them manage is very easy. Another advantage is easy debugging. Easy debugging, easily we can find the error in a small part, because function makes our program small, and in small part easily we can find the error. And efficiency also increase of the program by using the function in a program. Once again we will recall the definition of a function, because now we are going to learn the user defined function. That is why it is very important to know the definition of the function. A function is a named independent section of Python code. What is function? Function is a collection of Python code, but it is independent, separate entity within the program. And what is the use of that function? That perform a specific task and return a value, optionally return a value, always not return a value, optionally return a value. Function receive the values from the calling program also. It is also optional. Sometimes it receive, sometimes not receive. And once again we see the types of function. There are two categories of function: predefined function and user defined function. Predefined function already we have discussed in our previous video in part 1, and this is user defined function. Functions that is created by the user. Function that programmer create for some task like calculating area, circumference, any task. For that purpose, if user create, that is why it is called user defined function. Now we will see what is basic terminology of functions. First we should know name of function. So what will be the name of function? A function can have any legal identifier name like someone, Kelsey, any name you can write here. It's depend on you, but it should be legal identifier. Whatever the rules we follow for giving the name to the identifier, like that, all the rules we have to follow. Second thing is argument, or it is also called parameter. It means sometime function received the value, or we can say whatever the input given to the function, this is called in the form of argument. This is called parameter also. Return value. Function may or may not return a value. In the definition of function, we have also seen optionally return a value. It means function may return or may not return a value. Now we will see the syntax of a function. See here, first we will write the keyword def. Then name of function. Name of function is written in less than or greater than symbol. It means it's depend on user what the name user give to the function. Here parameters within the bracket we have to write, but it is also optional. Sometimes we give, sometimes we do not give. After that colon is required here, because whenever we have seen the use of colon in while loop, for loop, like that colon is used in function. Then statement of the function we will write here, and in the last return statement come. But I have already told you it is optional statement. Sometimes we write return statement and sometimes we don't write. Parameters, as I have already told you, it is optional. Okay. Now we will see the example now. This is the example. According to the syntax, first we will write the keyword def. This is def. Then name of the function. In this example, I have given the name production. Any name we can give. It's depend on us. Okay, this is name of function. Then we have to write parameter. These are the two parameter. Parameter means whatever the input given to the function. In this case, two values we will give to this function, num1 and num2, and this is the statement of function. This is the statement of function, and this is return statement, means this function is returning some value, production, num1 into num2, that value is stored in prod, and this value is written by this function to the caller. Another example you will see here, this is the keyword again used, def. This is the name of function, 12th computer, XII, any name we can give to the function, as I have already told you. See, in this example, I have not written any parameters, because as I have already told you, function parameter is optional, means this function is not returning any value, and this is the statement of the function, print we are learning. So whenever we call this function, so what it will do, it will just simply print the value we are learning Python. Next we will see another example. See here, in this example, this function is receiving two parameter. Name of the function is here addition, def keyword is used, statement is sum is equal to num1 plus num2, and after this statement one more statement is used here, print. So this function will print the sum of two numbers is sum. This will be printed. Suppose the value of num1 is 5 and num2 is 6, so it will print the sum of two numbers is 11. There is no return statement. See here, so without return statement our function can work. The next is how to call a function, how to invoke a function. So there are the same way as we call anybody's, how? By calling its name. Like that, simply by writing the name of the function we can call the function. See, this is the name of function we are writing here, and because that function was receiving two values, that is why n1 and n2 is here with the function name, and one more variable is used here for what? Because this function is returning some value. If when function returns some value, so we have to store that value somewhere. That is why we are using here p is variable. Next example shows 12th computer, because there is no parameter and this function is not returning any value, that is why no variable is required. Third one is addition, and one. This function is receiving two values, two parameters receive, but not returning any value, that is why like that we have not written any variable here. This one is another type of calling statement, s is equal to sum. Here we are calling the function sum, no parameters are here, and this function is returning some value, that is why we are using here this parameter variable s is equal to sum. I think all this will be cleared when we make the programs. Now we will write the program. See, this is our first program, demonstration of program using function. So we are writing here our program. Def area rect length comma breadth. Keyword name of program, these two parameters. Statement area is equal to length into breadth. Return. So this function is receiving parameter, is having parameter and returning statement also. And this is the part of this is complete program, and this is our function. This is different than program. So which statement will execute first in this program? This statement. This will execute first. AR is equal to area rect 30. तो जैसे ये स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो ये एरिया रेक्ट पे सीधा कर्सर चला जाएगा. एरिया रेक्ट को कॉल किया तो एरिया रेक्ट पे आएगा और फिर यहाँ जो 30 और 20 हम वैल्यू पास कर रहे हैं तो वो लेंथ में 30 हो जाएगा, ब्रेड्थ में 20 हो जाएगा. देन दिस स्टेटमेंट विल एग्जीक्यूट एरिया इज इक्वल टू लेंथ इंटू ब्रेड्थ, देन रिटर्न एरिया. तो आफ्टर कैलकुलेटिंग द एरिया, सपोज 30 इंटू 20 600. तो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ एरिया नाउ हियर? 600. 600 इज रिटर्निंग बाय दिस फंक्शन टू द कॉलर. अब यहाँ इसने 600 रिटर्न किया तो इन प्लेस ऑफ दिट 600 आ जाएगा एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ ए आर इज इक्वल टू 600. नाउ दिस स्टेटमेंट विल एग्जीक्यूट. Print the area of rectangle is 600. Another example we will take so that your doubts will be clear. See, in this program, num1 and num2, two parameters we have used. This statement product is equal to num1 into num2 return. Again, here which statement will first execute in this program? This is our complete program. And this is our function part. सबसे पहले फंक्शन लिखा है, इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा. सबसे पहले प्रोग्राम ही एग्जीक्यूट होता है. जब इसको कॉल किया जाता है तभी एग्जीक्यूट होगा. तो सबसे पहले हमारा जो एग्जीक्यूट होगा वो ये वाला स्टेटमेंट होगा, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि हियर यूजर विल एंटर द वैल्यू एंड दैट वैल्यू विल बी स्टोर्ड इन num1 वेरिएबल. सपोज यूजर हैज इंसर्टेड 5, तो वैल्यू ऑफ num1 इज 5. आफ्टर दैट दिस स्टेटमेंट विल एग्जीक्यूट सेकेंड नंबर. Here also user will insert some value and that value will be stored in this num2. So suppose user has inserted 6 in the num2. Now third statement is this one. Third number पे ये statement execute होगा. This is clear to you कि how statements are executed in the program. Now in this statement we are calling the function product and passing this num1 num2. The value of num1 is 5 and value of num2 is 6. These are inserted by the user. अब यहाँ से ये क्या होगा, जैसे ही प्रोडक्ट को कॉल किए तो ये कर्सर का जो मूवमेंट है वो यहाँ आ जाएगा. अब ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा आपका फंक्शन. नाउ द फंक्शन विल एग्जीक्यूट बिकॉज वी आर कॉलिंग हियर. दिस विल नॉट एग्जीक्यूट फर्स्ट, दिस विल एग्जीक्यूट नाउ बिकॉज कॉलिंग इज. अब यहाँ कॉलिंग हो गई तो पहले आपका ये प्रोडक्ट को फंक्शन कॉल किया जाएगा. अब ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो 6 इंटू 5 इंटू 6 30 हो जाएगा. रिटर्न प्रोड. जैसे ही इसने इसको 30 रिटर्न किया तो ये वैल्यू स्टोर हो जाएगी कहाँ? इस P में. अब ये P की वैल्यू आपकी कितनी होगी? 30. नेक्स्ट ये स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा. अब ये वाला दिस स्टेटमेंट विल एग्जीक्यूट. प्रिंट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू नंबर इज P मीन्स 30 विल बी. आई थिंक नाउ इट इज क्लियर. इफ डोंट क्लियर, वन मोर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव. सी दिस एग्जाम्पल. डिफ इंटरेस्ट P की वैल्यू यहाँ पे इंसर्ट होगी, फिर R की हो जाएगी, फिर T की हो जाएगी. ये फार्मूला से SI कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. प्रिंट SI. अब यहाँ पे इस एग्जांपल में देखिए कि इस एग्जांपल में आपको इंटरेस्ट में कोई पैरामीटर पास नहीं किया जा रहा है, कोई पैरामीटर पास नहीं हो रहा है और ये कोई स्टेटमेंट को रिटर्न भी नहीं कर रहा है. सीधे सबसे पहले स्टेटमेंट आपका ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा 1, सेकेंड नंबर पे आपका ये होगा और जब ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो ये आपका प्रिंट कर देगा. आई थिंक नाउ इट इज क्लियर. नाउ आई एम कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पार्ट. यू कैन से राइट ए प्रोग्राम टू ऐड 2 नंबर यूजिंग फंक्शन. The function will not take any parameter, will not return anything. Now how will we write? First we will write def statement, then num1, num2, number will be inserted by user, and then our sum statement, sum is equal to num plus num2, then print statement, sum will be printed. दिस स्टेटमेंट, इस प्रोग्राम में सबसे पहले कौन सा स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा? ये वाला, दिस विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड फर्स्ट एंड देन दिस विल एग्जीक्यूट. जैसे ही आपका सेकंड स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो कर्सर कहाँ आ जाएगा? यहाँ से लेके यहाँ, और फिर ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो आपका ये कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. सेकंड क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट होगा इससे. 2 नंबर को ऐड करना है इसमें भी, program to add 2 number, then this function will take parameter from the user and will not return anything. So what will be our first statement? Sum2, num1 comma num2. Here sum is equal to num1 plus num2, print the sum of 2 number is this. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट जो एग्जीक्यूट होगा वो दैट विल बी दिस वन, देन दिस वन. इस स्टेटमेंट में क्या होगा? एक नंबर इंसर्ट करेगा यूज़र जो num1 में स्टोर होगा. फिर थर्ड नंबर पे ये स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होगा. इससे क्या होगा? आपका जो वैल्यू इंसर्ट होगी वो num2 में हो जाएगी. उसके बाद फिर हम ये फंक्शन को कॉल कर रहे हैं, फंक्शन कॉल होगा तो ये यहाँ कर्सर आ जाएगा इसका. इसके बाद ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा, आपका सम इससे प्रिंट हो जाएगा. अनदर एग्जांपल, राइट ए प्रोग्राम टू एड 2 नंबर यूजिंग फंक्शन. द फंक्शन विल टेक पैरामीटर एंड विल रिटर्न. ये रिटर्न भी करेगा और पैरामीटर भी लेगा. तो इसमें देखिए ये पैरामीटर रिसीव कर रहा है और रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट भी आ गया. एग्जीक्यूशन तो अब आप समझ ही गए हैं. ये सबसे पहले एग्जीक्यूट होगा, फिर ये होगा, फिर ये होगा, देन ये स्टेटमेंट होगा. जैसे एंड वॉट एवर द वैल्यू रिटर्न बाय दिस दैट विल बी स्टोर टू दिस. इन द लास्ट दिस स्टेटमेंट विल एग्जीक्यूट. Last statement. I think now your all doubts is cleared, and I hope 4-mark question is asked from this topic. All of you will get 4 marks. All the best.